like Kenyans were showing off their homes. I've seen some very serious homes built by diasporans. So let's say if you build, like a home that's worth maybe, let's say 10 million. You build that hacienda in your village. First of all, you cannot rent that home. Yes, you're going to provide employment for a temporary period for the people who are going to build it, and maybe long term for one person who maybe is going to be a caretaker. The Somalis in Minneapolis.
My friend.
Somalis in Minneapolis, they're building in Isli, a place that was once a dump. Everybody was like, why would someone invest here?
Kilimani.
Yeah, now they're in Kilimani.
Kilimani, Lavington ni nyumba za Somali.
Ni nyumba za Somali. There's such intense poverty in certain segments of Kenya.
Yes.
And I think most of us who are out here in the diaspora...
In a lot.
In a lot of parts.
Yeah.
I think those of us who are out here in the diaspora, we tend to be 10%ers. I know people don't like hearing this, but unfortunately, you are.
Upende usipende.
When you think about Nairobi, for example, Nairobi, especially those of us who've come from the city, Nairobi is over 65% of the population, and I think that's even increasing, lives in informal settlements. By informal settlement, we mean, like a settlement that's not permanent. Like we're talking,
Kibra,
and not just Kibra, there's a certain part of Kibra, Laini Saba, because there's a good part of Kibra.
Madare.
There's Madare. Now, even in Langata,
yes,
there's now a Kijiji inside of Langata. These slums are growing because more people can no longer afford homes. And I know when Zakayo hears this, he's going to start saying, that is why we are building affordable homes. But you see, we have a deeper problem than just affordable homes. We have a problem of income. People do not have good options to earn decent incomes, because I think once people start earning decent incomes, a lot of these other problems are gonna start solving themselves. And this is where, as diasporans, we now have to start thinking differently beyond building houses, building castles in the village. And hear me, I know people love their castles in the village.
Yeah.
I know people love their castles in the village. But when you think about it, when you spend, I don't know how much it costs to build a castle in a village, but I've seen, like some very serious castles, some very serious haciendas in that group that, like Kenyans were showing off their homes. I've seen some very serious homes built by diasporans. So let's say if you build, like a home that's worth maybe, let's say 10 million. You build that hacienda in your village. First of all, you cannot rent that home. Yes, you're going to provide employment for a temporary period for the people who are going to build it, and maybe long term for one person who maybe is going to be a caretaker. So, but then when you think about, if you take that 20 million, if let's say 5 of us take our 20 million each and start, like a proper business, because 100 million shillings, you can easily start a business that will employ maybe even 30 people on a permanent basis. That is now what's called growing the economy. Not only are you getting a good return, not only are you getting a good return from that business, but now you've created 30 jobs within the economy. So think about if all diasporans start thinking like that and move beyond, not to knock, like Kafrotis, rentals, Airbnbs and everything, but if you're thinking in terms of growing the economy, you have to start thinking in terms of ideas and businesses that are gonna be not only profitable to you, but that are gonna employ multiple people in the longer term. What examples do we have? The Somalis in Minneapolis.
My friend.
Somalis in Minneapolis, they're building in Isli, a place that was once a dump. Everybody was like, why would someone invest here?
Kilimani.
Yeah, now they're in Kilimani.
Kilimani, Lavington ni nyumba za Somali.
Ni nyumba za Somali, yeah. But they started, Isli was ground zero where they started. Now Isli, you have banks. I think, you come on Equity ama ni gani, that's open 24 hours there. There never used to be a bank out there. So now think about it. Even a bank that normally would never invest infrastructure in a part like Isli, now is forced to go there because that's where the money is, and that's where you're growing the economy. Hii kitu ya sijui certain companies are coming from Kenya and then they're telling you, oh, we can give you an apartment. They're sending you 120 WhatsApp messages. They even found Washeke's address. I don't know how they found Washeke's address, and they're sending her messages telling her nunua apartment Kilimani and nunua apartment sijui Ruaka Mawapi. This, unfortunately, these kinds of investments are not going to grow the economy the way we want. Or Syokimau. They're not going to grow the economy the way we want.